Westworld Season 3 finale, the ushering of the second age of enlightenment. Much like philosophers and political thinkers in the 1700s, Caleb and Maeve too have rejected the unquestionable authority of God on all matters, from the private to the public, from the personal to the geopolitical. They can now proudly proclaim, as Friedrich Nietzsche has in his 1882 The Gay Science book, God is dead, and we killed him.
Is God dead?
Rehoboam, speak to me.
The effect of these words has reverberated throughout time and raised a question in everyone's mind. If God is dead, then now what? Hi everybody, Gil here. Welcome to my Westworld Season 3 finale review. And this finale, like the Season 2 finale, fell in my eyes way short of the standards set by the season itself, trying to rush to grandiose conclusions after a season of slow burn. But we're gonna make lemonade out of these lemons, or apple juice out of these apples.
How do you like them apples?
So, the Age of Enlightenment and the demise of God. First, let's set the stage. There has been a lot of discussions this season about free will and choice, and who has it, and who only thinks they have it.
You think you have a choice. You think you're in control. You haven't a clue who you are.
She chose me because of my capacity for violence.
Make a choice.
In control. You have no choice.
I do have a choice. She gave me one.
How can you have a choice when an all-knowing, all-powerful superior being makes all the decisions for us, from the mundane to the strategic? In comes the Enlightenment. Society has changed after the transition from medieval times into the Renaissance. We try to make God fit in somehow into the new paradigm of thinking humans. But scientific progress and the emergence of doubt as a central pillar in all thought cause humans to reevaluate God's place in their lives and their world. Instead of blind obedience to God and to his earthly representatives
I choose to listen, to obey.
that make all final moral decisions about what is right and what is wrong, what is within and what is without acceptable in respect to society, the main thinkers of the time put humans in the center of it all. Not because we have a special pact with God, but because of our ability to reason and to make informed decisions. In previous reviews, I spoke at length about the links between Rehoboam and the Bible's Rehoboam, Rehavam, but in this episode it is clear that Rehoboam is God.
We all answer to a higher power.
It is stated as much. God knows everything. Everything that was, everything that is, and everything that will be. And he works in mysterious ways, and he is never wrong. He has a plan for you. He's both merciful, because he has been created to find the best avenues for the human race, and cruel, because you're disposable. God speaks directly to the Pope, which makes him infallible. God is the basis of any and all understanding of the natural world. It's not humans who drive history. They're interchangeable. Even the Pope. God is in charge of it all, and all humans must accept it.
It instructed me to put my own brother to sleep, to protect our world.
That is, until after almost a millennia and a half of a monopoly on reason, during the 18th and 19th centuries, several thinkers wanted to cast doubt on the ultimate authority of the divine. They ushered in the era of humanism. The focus on doubt created many things we hold dear to this day. The supremacy of logic, facts, toleration, fraternity of man, and constitutional government. Serac argued, like the Catholic Church did during the Age of Enlightenment, that human empowerment is dangerous.
Humanity is disorganized, prone to destruction. He needed a plan to restore order. I guide him. I guide them all.
Without decrees from God, about what humans and humanity should and should not do, there would be mayhem. Immorality will thrive because humans are sinful and immoral little creatures
Criminals, deviants, psychopaths.
who will do untold harm to everyone unless they live under the thumb of the edicts from God. Rehoboam knows if your plans will create more harm than good.
Mass casualty events. Population collapse. End of human civilization.
He knows if your choices are good ones, and if God deems it important, He will crunch the numbers and make those decisions for you, according to what is best for society as a whole. God's plan is beyond your miserable comprehension, and it includes rooting out dangerous people called outliers. It means taking away all our human and all constitutional rights. The one and only authority is God. Rehoboam. But Enlightenment turned us, in some ways, from children to grown-ups. We learned our own intrinsic value as individuals and collectively. We gained agency, took responsibility for our actions, affirming such values as progress and freedom, values that we now take for granted. But back in the day, all these values were submitted to His will. Dolores was concerned throughout the season with individuals' ability to control their own fate and make their own paths. And even at the conclusion of her implausibly thought out plan, she left the final decision to one man and one robot. It will be on one of them to make a choice and live with it, whatever the consequences. So now God is dead. What happens to our morality?
This is the new world.
Scientists tell us that morality is in many ways innate, and it's not an exclusively human trait. There is a social purpose for it. It allows for better cooperation, and being good makes us happy and fulfilled with our lives. Nietzsche said that there was no supernatural force guiding or leading us, and he also acknowledged that having our fates on our own shoulders might end in anguish. That is the price of humanism. But fear not, we know our history. After human society changed so radically in the 18th and 19th century, in came the 20th century, which we know was a boring time, with people being all reasonable and shit.
You have no idea right
Oh,
now.
there's another one. Another plane just hit. Right. Oh my God! Another plane has just hit.
Death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds.
And then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or
So, Westworld Season 4. What the hell could go wrong? Thank you everybody for watching my reviews for Westworld Season 3. I've had a blast. Thank you for all the kind comments in the comment section. That really made it all worthwhile to me. My next videos will be about Game of Thrones and A Song of Ice and Fire. I'm going back to doing rereading videos, and I'm gonna post here some Game of Thrones content with the channel's patrons and other guests. Some of these videos have been posted on our podcast already. Some of them are brand new. If you haven't checked out our podcast, we have recurring series there of history in movies, science in movies. Check it out. The links are in the description. And that's it for now. I want to thank my patrons and thank you everybody. And I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.